Boom, monkeys, and we are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. One hell of a week that we have had. We're going to cover some fucking badass shit on tonight's stream. I do have a special guest tonight, and he is a great value technical analyst, according to himself. I don't really think he is that. I think he's a lot better than what he says he is. Shout out to my homie, Agent J. Que paso, amigo?
What's up, brother? Hey, certainly appreciate the compliments. So it's not that I use the great value TA thing as a self-deprecating humor. It's just that, uh, we're Asians, we're cheap as fuck, right? Growing up, it was the joke between me and my sisters, bro. Like we like shopping at Walmart and shit because everything is fucking cheap. And we get a lot of it for cheap. So the great value thing kind of just stuck, man. Asians are cheap, bro. They're penny pinchers.
Oh,
I think
dude,
the
yeah.
only I think the only people worse than Asians are Jews or Indians, bro, when it comes to penny pinching.
I didn't know that about Indians, but the Hispanic community can be very much like that as
There you
well,
go,
bro.
bro. Yeah, man.
I can concur, man. I can completely concur, bro.
Yeah.
I used to live in Hawaii, bro. I mean, I wouldn't hang out with a lot of Filipinos till I went to Hawaii, bro, where there was an abundance of them. There's some cool
Yeah.
cats, man. I love them. They like buying a lot of guns, so I get along with. I buy a lot of freaking guns, bro. Um, uh, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the people in the chat. We got my amigo, Large and in Charge. Smash the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment on the chat, monkeys. And Large and in Charge is correct. Make sure you cats like the video. I went ahead and I tagged Agent J here, and I also tagged the DGen Roundtable. Make sure you follow both of these freaking channels. These guys got a bunch of freaking fabulous data as far as technical analysis goes. Jay, weren't you guys covering a certain book on Hormozy or something of that nature, bro? I know
Yeah,
Twinkie likes
man.
talking
So
about Hormozy a lot.
yeah, we were. So I was actually on the roundtable for a little bit because they were having book club. So I was like, you know what? I got some time before I got to hop on Boogie stream. So I went over there and joined them for a little bit. They're going over $100 million offers by Alex Hormozy. It's a fantastic sales book. He basically teaches you exactly how to create the best offer possible to hit what he would call a grand slam, right? That grand slam in life where I like the comparison that he makes in the book because in baseball, when you hit a grand slam, even if you're the best player in the world and you hit a home run every single time you're at bat, you're capped at 4 home runs, right? It's the one that you hit, and then you get 3 RBIs, right? If the bases are loaded for a grand slam,
Right.
that's what you get. Every single time you're hit, even if you have a 1,000 batting rate, you're capped at 4 runs every single time you're at bat. But if you hit a grand slam in business by creating that fantastic offer, right? That $100 million offer, you could hit a grand slam so far at the fucking park, bro. You ain't never had to fucking work a day in your life again. So that's the main selling point of the book. Alex Hormozy he's a fantastic salesman, right? And that book is short, it's sweet, it's actionable, it's clear, it's concise. And anybody and everybody, if you work at sales, it is a book that you need to read. It needs to be in your library. It needs to be something that you read several times over because he teaches you how to um craft the best offer, right? And your offer as a salesman is one of the first points of contact between you and your customer, right? If you don't create a good offer, if you don't communicate the value proposition that you're trying to offer them, they're not going to pay you for your service. So highly recommended, bro.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, talking about this whole Grand Slam situation and keeping customers happy, of course, you mentioned you're only allowed to do that 4 times in freaking baseball. Well, that sounds a lot like Richard Hart projects, if anything, man. Keeps providing freaking value products, bro, at great prices. He did state multiple times, man, that Hex was designed to dip at least 95% in attempts to onboard new users, right? Which I think is fucking genius, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
only the people with the fucking biggest balls can end up fucking buying at the bottom and then riding it all the way to the
Yep.
top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
And Richard Hart,
uh-huh.
Richard Hart made his millions and rumored billions as a salesman. Richard Hart was a salesman. He talks about it all the time when he was living in Florida, man. He was a salesman. And he created a product that obviously resonated with a lot of people. And that's a big part of that is what the offer was, right? What the value proposition of the product was. That's what drew people in. At least a fantastic majority of the people were in the space. So
Yeah, I concur. Kevin Samuels, big time sales guy as well, man. He talks
Mhm.
about how it's an important skill a lot of men need to have, bro.
Yeah.
He mentioned that when he was in corporate America, bro. he wasn't making the sales he needed, bro. So he needed to pull money out of his own pocket, take certain courses so he can become a master seller. And in turn, he said he used to work for a company. I remember the company when I was a little boy. It was called CI. They used to compete with AT&T back in the day.
Yeah.
And they made him a regional president of a certain area, bro. He has an amazing story. Unfortunately, I mean, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, RIP, man.
Yeah. Going back to Harmozy, bro. When I saw that cat, I thought he was an SF guy, bro. I thought he was like a Green Beret or some type of SF operator. He's got the beard and then the long hair and then it got the muscles to go with it, bro. That's
one, bro.
yeah. That's the impression I got off that cat. But then I found out that he's just like a high-powered fucking business owner and shit like that. Twinkie's the one that taught me about him.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, you're absolutely correct, bro. Sales, it doesn't matter if you're in sales, man. Sales is one of the, I believe, mandatory skills for everybody, bro. Because even if you're not trying to sell a product, you're selling something, right?
Yeah.
Right. If you're in a dating marketplace, you're selling yourself. You are a product.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's a damn good point, man. I think especially cats in the red pill space, man. I mean, you want to learn how to freaking go. I mean, you want to improve your dating life, you better get good at sales, dog.
Yeah, you better be good at sales,
talking
bro.
shit. You know, you got to understand the mind of the client. You know what I mean? Like Myron says, females don't have to understand men. We have to understand females. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of my favorite fucking quotes, bro. Because we do have to understand it, right? It's like, because they're the customer, they're the ones buying. What are we offering? If the offer is not good enough, they ain't gonna buy. Right?
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. So social calibration has to be on point. Finances has to be on point. The fragrance of the evening, which I'm not going to show you yet, has to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Everything and anything has to be on point. Well, speaking about being on point, athletics and things of that nature, let's go over to the memes of the day. Hopefully, freaking YouTube does not flag me on this shit because this is old school Looney Tunes. You know what I'm saying? And Brown, shout out to you, homie. Walmart, you was a big baller. I'm going dumpster diving and hitting the Goodwill. All right, man. Let's go over to the memes, dog. Let's see what the memes entail, bro. And I think I have my Twitter pulled up. Make sure my messages ain't open. Let's see. Here you go. Share. All right. This is the first, I guess you could say, cartoon of the day. Let's hit it, son. Slowpoke always had the guns on him.
Maybe, Jose, instead we try to catch the Speedy Gonzalez, we should have caught Slowpoke Rodriguez, the slowest machine in Mexico.
Slowpoke Rodriguez, he's for me.
Wait, Jose! Jose, I got to tell you
Aha! Senor Slowpoke, you will be good with the chili peppers.
Hey, Jose, something I forgot to tell. That's what I wanted to tell you. Slowpoke Rodriguez, he packed a gun.
Now he tells me.
Yo, Slowpoke Rodriguez, stay strapped, man.
Peppers.
You stay strapped, bro. Hey, that's the great equalizer. If you're slow, you don't got the speed of Gonzalez. You got to stay strapped, man.
Yeah,
bro, that show will get canceled so fast today, bro.
Who?
I would get canceled so fast. That old school Looney Tunes cartoon would get canceled so fast, bro.
Oh, dog. I saw one where fucking Bugs Bunny, bro. He's, I think, fighting some army fort back in the Wild West. And he's like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like marking them off on the freaking chalkboard, bro. Oh, this one's a half breed. So I'll just like, dude, bro. My gosh, bro. Society has gotten so freaking weak, dog. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on to the next video of the day. Now, I'm a big fan, Jay, of the Sweet Science. I love boxing. This is not really a funny meme, but this is only really to showcase the capabilities of our highest tier athletes when they're in the ring. You know what I'm saying? This is Miguel Cotto versus freaking Canelo Alvarez. Now, of course, yes, I am of Mexican origin, but I was always a big fan of Miguel Cotto because I've always been a fan of styles more than I am of heritage. So let's see Miguel Cotto's defense.
defensive trick in boxing. Pay attention to Cotto's right hand and how he uses it to block and deflect the majority of Canelo's punches. He places this hand on the left side of his face to block Canelo's right hand. This defense was famously used by George Foreman, Rocky Marciano, and many other old school boxers. This is the best defensive trick.
I thought that was
Pay
beautiful, bro.
attention
Of
to
course, I
Cotto's-
wish I could find the longer skit on this, bro. But I mean, I mean, shit like this interests me, dog. So that's why I show it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's why I like Mayweather, man. I know a lot of people talk shit about Mayweather, but he's a boring fighter, bro. But there's a reason why that man went undefeated and why his brain's not all fucked up, even though he's gone over 50 matches in his entire career. Right?
No,
Mayweather was a very tactical, very defensive boxer, bro. So no matter how, like, you can talk as much shit as you want about Mayweather, but he came out with all the money in the fucking world, and he's now out here with his brain scrambled, man.
You got that right, man. You got that shit right. Dude, rewatch the Canelo Mayweather fight. People say that Mayweather ran. If you really look at that fight, bro, Mayweather's actually the one stalking Canelo for 8 of those rounds. It's just that the perception that people have that Mayweather always runs. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
Bro, that's how he beat Pacquiao, man. That's how he beat Pacquiao, because Pacquiao is like he's aggressive, right? He tries to get you with his speed and the power of his punches. But I mean, as good as your cardio is, if the only thing that you're doing for the entirety of every single round is going after Mayweather and trying to land punches on him, and he's just like dodging you, bobbing and weaving left and right, you're gonna get exhausted, man. That's how he beat Pacquiao.
Yeah, well, dude, look, man, I'm such a fucking boxing geek, bro. You know, I actually saw that fight in slow motion, dog, and I counted every punch, bro. And the thing about Mayweather, bro, whenever you plant an attack on him, bro, even though you strike him and you make a direct hit, he will move his head, and it's difficult for the judges to see the impact.
Yeah.
So if you see the fight in slow motion, dude, Pacquiao actually won that fight. But a lot of people can't see that because, I mean, fights are not rated in slow motion. They're rated in live motion. But I mean, if you ever bored, bro, you ain't got nothing to do, watch that fight in slow motion, homie. And I know that because, dude, I would bet. I used to bet big money in Vegas, bro, when I would fucking watch boxing and shit like that. But
degenerate
enough of the
gambler.
side talk. Let's move on to the shit everybody's here to see. Let's go to the first freaking point of the day, which is, of course, boring ass Bitcoin, son.
Hasn't been born for the past few days, bro.
No, you got that right. You got that right, man. Current value Bitcoin is $62,205, man. If we activate our EMA ribbon, Bitcoin is completely over support, bro. And at least for the EMA ribbon. And you can tell that the EMA ribbon is spreading. So that means you're going to see more volatility. Hence why you see these big fucking candles pumping to the upside. Now, do you think, Jay, as we're going to the upside, I've learned how to read candles a little bit. And this is pretty much telling me that there's new market buyers. Market buyers got a little bit more fatigued. And then we got a bunch of new market buyers coming in. According to a lot of cats that I'm seeing on Twitter, of course, I've been waking up late. They've been saying that this has been occurring because of the oncoming ETF sales.
Yep. I would have to agree with that. If you check the total volume of inflows over the past few weeks when it comes to the ETFs, right? And a lot of that is within BlackRock and Fidelity. They did more inflows within the past few days than they did within the first 2 weeks after they went live. So yeah, there's a lot of money going through those. So definitely Bitcoin still has a little bit more room to run.
Yeah, man. With that stated, I was talking to my boy Twinkie. Shout out to Twinkie, who's here in the chat. He was saying that one of the heads at fucking Vanguard got fired, bro. One of the CEOs,
bro.
Yeah,
I was dying when I heard that news, bro. That shit was hilarious. Hilarious, bro. Like all of the board members at Vanguard looking at this dude, telling them, yeah, we're not going to get into Bitcoin. And then they're watching all of this money flow through every single ETF. And they're like, yo, get the out of here, man.
Yeah,
get out of here, bro.
That's the thing about it, man. You got to be agnostic when it comes to fucking the markets, bro. Just like Miguel and Charlie, dude. You can't just fucking go into the market and be completely biased. No, I fucking hate Bitcoin because I'm a boomer. I'm not going to buy any of that shit. And then everybody's fucking pumping and you're here with your dick in your hand, not doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, it would be so funny if like next week Vanguard announced, yeah, we're going to get into the ETFs.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah,
you talking about coming in late, son?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Better
yeah. Do
late
you
than
think
never,
that's why he
man.
got fired? Did they say that? That's why he got fired.
He stepped down. Is the press release?
Yeah, yeah. He probably
Stepped
got his
down.
ass beat for that shit, bro. Know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Going
Bro,
back to the. Go ahead, go for it. Hit me
bro,
with the data.
if I was a board member, I'd be pissed. I would be pissed. I'd boot him off the damn from the CEO position at least.
I concur, completely concur, man. Fucking, but the thing is, what if the board members are all boomers, man? That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to
I
have
mean,
some young blood in there so they can fucking see, so they can actually stand up to these boomers and tell them, look, bro, dude, you're fucking, you're outdated, homie. I mean, these cats, I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. Boomers have always been great at finance. But one of the worst things I've noticed about boomers, and not to say all of them, bro. I mean, I'm a Gen Xer, bro, and I'm a little bit more adaptable. Gen Xers are closer to boomers than what Gen Xers are to Gen Z, bro. But
mhm.
boomers will not change in their ways, man. If you were to bring a boomer today, give him youth again, and you throw him out in the dating market, bro, this cat would show up with flowers and chocolates, bro, to a
Yeah.
first fucking date. You know what I'm saying? That's how outdated and unadaptable these cats are. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, I don't disagree with you there, bro. But hey, like Dr. Peterson always says, you got to separate the wheat from the chaff, right? There's some stuff that the boomers bring over that's still valuable, but there's some stuff that's archaic and needs to be discarded, and that's definitely one of them, right? They don't want to accept a new frontier of finance, and these guys are gonna get left behind if you don't catch the fuck up.
I concur, man. Completely concur. All right. Now, since I already showed you this chart on the daily,
Mm.
let me show you a different chart that I have on the weekly. And this one entails the Elliott wave sequence that I do have built up for it. Now, originally, as you cats can see, it is on the weekly. And you can see that Bitcoin went ahead, did its 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Now, I originally had that fucking 2 or that 3 around down over here. But when it broke past the symmetrical triangle, I was like, you know what, bro? Maybe Elliott wave 3 will be all the way up over here, bro, to Bitcoin's all-time high. And when we do get a pullback, it'll possibly be around, let me put this on the daily so I can show you this shit. So when we do get a pullback here at about area 4, I'm using these small candles as an area of support.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go back to the weekly, we could even pull it back further and go back to this Fibonacci area of about 49,557. It's pretty much a $500 difference, give or take, bro. No, about a $2,000 difference, give or take. And then area 5 would take us into a new price discovery before we come into a corrective wave.
Yeah,
now,
baby.
One thing I have noticed about the motherfucking corrective waves, bro, is that a lot of times we get these motherfucking Elliott waves and they don't necessarily play out as far as the corrective waves go. I have noticed that. Do you concur
Well,
with that, Jay? What have
it-
you seen when it comes to the
bro,
ABC waves?
here is the thing, Boogie. Right, and I tell the gang this all the time. If you are going to trade using Elliott Wave and you want to get good at it, this is one of those things that you have to deep dive into the details and the nuances, because it's easy to trade impulses, man. When you're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are easy to trade, right? The impulsive legs, the 1s, the 3s, and the 5s, they're easy to trade, right? The trend is your friend until the end. But when it comes to corrective waves, there are an infinite number of combinations that a corrective pattern can take, right? You have your zigzags, you have your flats, you have your triangles, you have your WXYs, you have your WXYXZs, right? So the corrective patterns are very, very, very complicated. And I talk about this when I do my analysis in at the round table. I tell them, look, there's a reason why you guys see me going down to these degenerate time frames, right? The 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minute, the 5 minute. You go in that chat whenever I give my Elliott wave updates. A lot of the times they're in these lower time frames. It's because you cannot make an analysis off the subwave counts during a corrective pattern without going down to lower time frames. You're not going to be able to make heads nor tails of what's going on in those corrective sequences unless you go down to the smaller time frames, right?
Yeah,
So
and I found
yeah,
that as well, man. When you go into the smaller time frames, I like the 4 hour. you pick up a
Mhm.
lot of little details, bro, that you may
Yes, you
not
do.
see in the bigger waves. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, because a daily candle has 1 bar's worth of data, right?
Yeah.
A 4-hour candle has 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. You get 6 bars worth of data, right? So just saying, if you want to get good at trading corrections, and I don't suggest that you do, you just trade with it, follow the trend. But if you want to get good at trading corrections, you have to become competent at going down to those lower time frames to see the patterns play out.
Yeah, one of my favorite books, bro, is Market Wizards. I mean, I like Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, but I really loved Market Wizards, bro, because I saw so much heartache in that fucking book, bro, of constantly swing trading, getting wrecked, becoming a
Mhm.
millionaire, getting wrecked, becoming a millionaire, getting wrecked, almost becoming a millionaire, getting wrecked, becoming a millionaire, and then finally getting wrecked and never coming back. And I'm saying versus
Yeah.
other cats, they did get to make it. And I'm saying, and
Yeah.
it is a painful process, bro. If you want to become a fucking swing trader or a fucking day trader, homie, that shit is painful. It's going to cost you some dinero. But if you are successful, dude, sky's the limit, homie. Sky is the
Mhm.
fucking limit, dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jay, hit us up with Ethereum. Let's see what you got on the ETH.
Yeah, for
chart,
sure. Let me
homie.
go ahead and share my chart really quickly for ETH. Let me know if you can see that, Boogie.
Got a visual. Let me add it to the screen. Boom.
Cool. So, uh, let me go ahead and zoom out here on the monthly chart. What I always like to do when I do an analysis is I always want to set the frame of mind correctly. And the way that I do that is I always start from a very large time frame to give the audience a 10,000 feet view from very high up in the air. Because a lot of the times when we're looking at the daily chart, there's a lot of sideways action. There might be a lot of red days interspersed with the green days. But if you zoom out and look at the monthly chart, you could see here that we are in a bullish uptrend. Right? We were talking about Elliott Wave. This is a 1, 2, 3 yet to come in and to finish. Still ongoing. And if you can see here, right, look at the month of February. The month of February is the highest monthly close that Ethereum has ever had since the start of this bull market. So it's good to give yourself this kind of perspective. It's good to set your frame of mind using the larger time frames before you go down to your degenerate ones.
I concur.
Right? And so just keep that in mind. When it comes to Ethereum, I've been very vocal about my opinions about Ethereum. I like the Ethereum chart a little bit better than Bitcoin currently because it's a lot cleaner. Right, you have a lot less scam wicks because people weren't FOMOing in and out of the market because of the ETFs, right? So the pattern here is a lot easier to suss out. Now, there are 2 scenarios that I gave a few days ago when I did this analysis, right? We could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already in ABC correction, and this is the start of your next impulse,
Yep.
right?
That is an ugly ass fucking Elliott wave, son.
All right, so you got a
But it'll do
1,
the job.
2, 3 trying to come in, 4, and then 5.
That would
Now, the
make
reason
sense.
why I think this 3 still has a lot of steam left to go is because if you look at this impulse, there's not a lot of weakness here.
Yep.
Right. Even if you go down to the smaller time frames, bro, like this red candle right here, even if you go down to the 4-hour time frame, this only retraced to the 0.236 fib. So when I say no weakness, I mean this Ethereum chart is showing no weakness. Right. If you turn on your RSI, there is no divergence on the RSI. In fact, it broke the divergence that was trying to form. Right. So there's no slowing down of momentum. You turn on your Bollinger Bands. What can you see with the Bollinger Bands? This is your 20-day. This is your 20-day moving average, right? At $3,000. If you change this to your 10-day, right? Ethereum hasn't even touched. It hasn't even tried to retest the 10-day moving average, which is one of your most sensitive moving averages. And so if Ethereum hasn't even tried to attempt to break past below the 10-day moving average, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this move losing steam. Now, I have taken some profits, right? It's just good risk management. But I believe that this move still has a ways to go because this wave 3 is still trying to come in. And until I see a range start to form, I'm going to maintain my position that we still have a lot more room to the upside.
Pull that sucker back, Matt. You think wave 3 will run all the way to the all-time high? I think we'll get a pullback before the all-time high for wave 3. I don't think
I
it's going to
think
run
we'll.
like Bitcoin will.
I think we get a pretty good run. I don't think Ethereum goes and makes it to the all-time high. If I
Or
could zoom out
5,000.
here a little bit, the reason why I have this purple box of resistance drawn out here is the bottom range, this 33,036 level. It is the 0.618 fib for Ethereum, right? When you pull a macro fib from Ethereum's all-time high to the bear market low, right? That's the 0.618. That's a
Yep.
major fib that Ethereum is trying to reclaim now. All right.
Once
The
already out.
top of this band here at around 3,700 is really the last chunk of resistance that Ethereum has to contend with before there's not a lot left to the upside, right? And you can see that even better here in the monthly, right? You see how the monthly candles, right? The wicks and the bodies of these candles, right? It's the last major area of resistance for the bears to put up before there's nothing left to the upside, right? I mean, you can see these candles right here, Boogie. There's nothing left up there, man. Like nothing.
Yeah, it's Jack and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jack.
So
and
yeah, I
shit.
think
Once
this move still has
compromise
a lot
that,
more.
we'll continue running.
Yeah, so I think Ethereum still has a lot more room to go. I think Bitcoin still has room to go, and we're still early in the 60-day cycle, man. We're only going what, day 38, bro?
Yeah, we're not even in 2025, homie. We're almost to fucking all-time highs, bro. We're in the second month. Well, now officially today, the third month of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we're only in day 39, man. If we're gonna assume the average on a right translated cycle, you can head all the way up to day 50 before you start dipping down.
Yep, absolutely. Large in the chart says eat your vegetable monkeys, and what he means by that is, dude, it's important to have fucking Ethereum or at least Bitcoin half of your fucking bag, dude. So your fucking portfolio is fucking stable, dude. I've said the story a million times, dude. When fucking Ethereum hit those $800, dude, my dumbass is buying Jewel instead of ETH. I regretted that shit.
Learning process, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
believe me, I should have bought more Ethereum at 800. It's a learning process, man.
yeah.
Now I know better.
Yeah, I concur, man. I concur. Let's go over to another fabulous fucking token, man, that I think is going to do very well this upcoming bull market. I haven't talked about it as of late a lot, but I have mentioned it before, and that is none other than motherfucking Illuvium, son.
I
Now,
love Illuvium.
yeah, Illuvium. What I'm picking up on Illuvium is that we've started a new 20-day cycle on this bad boy, and not new. We're at about 8 days, give or take, ballpark. So we've got a little bit of room to freaking run. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Illuvium's current value is at about $120.95. Let me go ahead and remove this sucker here. Let me take this off. If we activate the EMA ribbon on this bitch, you can see that we are bullish. We did turn slightly bearish on around February 16th, and that caused a little bit of a dip as we dipped into the EMA ribbon, and then we started rallying to the upside. Illuvium, on the other hand, I did this the other day, man. Let me see. I measured from down here. No, it wasn't here. I'm sorry. This is not what I meant. This is for another chart, homie. I apologize about that.
No worries, bro.
Let me take this shit off. So if I activate the Bollinger Bands on this bad boy, we're still not, we have not even compromised the first standard deviation, and we have not gotten into the second standard deviation. So we do have a little bit of room to run. If I grab our measuring tool from where we're currently at right now, and we pull all the way up to the white portion of the Bollinger Band, you're talking about at least 13% that we can run a little bit more before we start shrinking back. Now, if Illuvium does compromise this area of about $120 and we maintain it all the way towards Sunday, I think this will be a good position to have and to hold as a foothold before we continue rallying to the upside of anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah,
let's look at this sucker on the weekly.
that's a beautiful weekly chart, man. Look at that.
Yeah. Now, on the weekly, you could even argue, and if I start drawing it, dude, it's going to bring everything back. So let me see how it looks, dude. So if I grab my fucking Elliott wave and I pull this up, down this way, all the way up over here. Next area we really have to compromise, bro, is maybe here at about $279, give or take. That's the first area I'm seeing as resistance from what I'm seeing back over here from these set of these set of candles. That'll probably be the first area we can end up fucking running to all the way up to 283 before we pull back to 185 or 176, and then we go back into price discovery. Not really price discovery, but fighting the charts on the way up. Now, mind you, this is speculation. By no means am I saying this will play out 100%, but I have noticed that there is a consistency on Elliott waves. Charlie did teach me this when I had a consultation with him. He said whenever you look at Elliott waves, and I know you mentioned this earlier, you want to go to bigger time frames, and I think the weekly is a great place to start. And that is the data I got on ILV.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, homie?
I think Illuvium certainly has a lot more room to run. It's not surprising that we got rejected at 135, because when you go back to the daily chart and even in the weekly chart, it's easy to see the last little chunk of price action that serves as a resistance is right there at 135. So I was like, oh, I was watching the chart when it happened, bro. I was like, it's probably gonna get rejected at 135. And as soon as it hit 135, some big ass whale dumped it all the way back down to like 120 to like $25, bro.
Dude, I'm happy with that shit. Last night at about fucking 5 a.m., I bought like 3 more Illuvium, dog.
Yeah,
you know
yeah, bro. So, but I mean, you had the chart pulled up there, bro. If the nice thing about the Illuvium chart is after $135, bro, it's just a straight shot up, bro. Like go back to the weekly chart or the monthly chart, bro. If you like look at that chart, look at that past price history, bro. There is nothing. You see that? There is nothing.
The only area I see is right here at about 507, and then possibly over here at 621. After that, bro, the next area, I don't really count this. Maybe 1,021. I think, bro, Illuvium could possibly even run up to $8,000, dude.
Oh, for sure, for sure. If you do a fib extension from your all-time low to your all-time high and pull it to the bottom of the bear market for Illuvium, you'll see some targets there, bro.
Really?
So take your extension. Cool. Yeah. Are you in log, bro?
I beg your pardon?
Are you in log?
Yes, I am. I should be on log.
Yeah, double check that, bro.
They moved the shit at the bottom, homie. Where the fuck can they put the log at now?
Go right click, bro. Okay. So go and hover to you see the x-axis with all the prices.
The x-axis.
Yeah, you know how like you can see the prices 2,000, 1,800, 1,600.
You're talking about here?
Yep, hover around there. There we go. So yep, you see log right there.
Log. They moved it, homie. Logarithmic. There you go.
Yep.
There you go, homie.
There you go.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck did that shit go to, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They used to have it down here.
Yep. Yeah. So go ahead and take your fib extension tool, take it from the bottom of your all-time low to the top of your all-time high. And then that's your fib retracement, bro. Yeah, you want your fib extension.
Let's see. Let's give it over here.
There we go. There you go. Yep, that's the one you want.
I gotta add that to the I gotta add that to the arsenal, homie. Grab it here from
the
bottom all the way to the top. We're gonna see some numbers here, dog.
No, that's fine, bro.
Let's see.
Yep, from the top, and then pull it all the way back down to your bear market low for Illuvium.
I think it's about right there.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and zoom in on. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. So the very common targets for your wave 3 and Illuvium, because it did not make new all-time lows, means that it's heading to its wave 3. And a very common extension for your wave 3 is that 1.618 area. So if you want to go head up a little bit, Boogie.
1.618 over here.
Yeah, what's the value? Yeah, what's the value there? Yep. What's the value?
3,326, son.
Mm-hmm. And another common extension for wave 3s is the 3618 and the 4236. So if you go ahead and tell the chat what the values are there.
Right, that's here you're talking about 7272, and then the highest point overheat is 8540, dog.
That's I think that's where people are getting the 8,000 from, bro.
Yeah, let me remove these LGBTQ colors. Give me a second. Let me remove these colors.
Oh man, trying to get canceled.
There you go. That's a lot better right there.
Yep.
So we could end up running all the way over here to the top side, 4.236. You're talking about
Yep.
8,761
Yep.
or possibly 7,441,
Yep.
homie.
Those are very common extensions for wave 3. If we get a muted wave 3 for Illuvium, then I expect a minimum of that 1618, bro. Like at least the 1618. If they produce a really good game, yeah, if they produce a really good game, bro, that's a minimum that I expect out of Illuvium, bro.
Yeah, fucking Angry Twinkie's rolling here, bro.
Mm-hmm. He's rolling, man.
He's fucking rolling, homie. Well, I mean,
They'll lose
we'll be
your feeling,
rolling
bro.
in dough, homie, if it goes all the way up to that fucking top of that fib retracement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Illuvium, bro.
Yeah. You want to hit up a little bit? You want to hit up a little bit of fucking Hedron, then I'll hit up Pulse Chain, homie.
Yeah, let's do Hedron. Hedron still got life, man. I know a lot of people fading it, but
I take that back. Take Hedron, I'll take Lone, and then you could take fucking Pulse Chain.
Cool. All right, so here is the Hedron. Oh, what in the heck happened to my? There we go. Can you see that, bro?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Yep. Let me know if you see it.
You got a clear view on it, bro.
Cool. Wonderful. So, let me see. Yep. All right. So what I like about the Hedron chart is even though it had this really, really ugly dump all the way down into the right here, is that after it made new bear market lows, right? The community came in and supported it, and it seemed like it's finally found a reasonable floor here at 7 zeros and a 9-9, right? So you can just call that a solid 1 or a 6 zeros and a 1. So that's good. The community came in and supported it. Now, for Hedron, if it still has some legs, I expect Hedron to start finding some resistance, right? If this thing gets bullish, the first target area for Hedron to reclaim, right? You always want to take a look at your major fibs. Is the 236 area of 5 zeros and a 17, right? That's the first major.
Right?
Yeah. So that's the first major fib that you have to reclaim in order for me to be a bit more confident that, okay, this thing has got its legs back, right? But the cool thing is that Hedron has made a pretty significant recovery. This is on the monthly chart, right? So the month of January was pretty damn good for Hedron, right? And so all this really bullish engulfing monthly candle for Hedron is a good sign, right? Because when price tries to come back down, it's going to use this candle as support. So if you notice, there's not a lot of resistance left here for price, right? You have these wicks here, but you had this engulfing green candle. And really, after it reclaims this area of, what is this? 6 zeros and a 5-4, then we have very little resistance on the way up. The great thing about Hedron, and you unfortunately, you can't say this about EHEX, is Hedron already reclaimed this area here. This was its prior bear market low before we collapsed. And Hedron has already done a pretty good job of reclaiming that area. EHEX, on the other hand, has not reclaimed its prior bear market low. So it still has a lot more room to go. So when it comes to the health of the chart, Hedron is actually looking a lot more healthy when it comes to the technicals. It has a lot less liquidity, which is unfortunate. But I think once Alex transitions into the new icosahedron protocol, then, when he transitions to the icosahedron, it'll completely wipe this chart, right? Like Hedron will still exist, but all the action is going to be on the icosahedron. So,
yeah, man. I think I was talking to Sloth the other day. I had a stream with a cat, dude. And he mentioned that probably Q3 is when the new fucking not the new project, but when Hedron will be updated, and you're gonna be able to turn in your Hedron and get the new fucking aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hedron's gonna do fabulous, and I think a lot of people forgot what it's capable of doing, dude.
Yeah, the value proposition of Hedron was what made it so popular. You can't really do anything with hex stakes, but now you can create an HSI and you can transfer that HSI into any single wallet. You can gift it to people if you wanted to give them exposure to hex and they didn't really know anything about it. It's a way to get people exposure to hex, right?
Yeah, definitely, bro. And definitely, dude.
You could
and
buy
I think
HSI off the auctions, right? So
And I like the idea, bro, that you can migrate your fucking steak, bro.
Mhm.
That's what I really
Yeah.
like about it. Versus you're stuck somewhere, bro, and you really can't move it from point A to point B, and you just pretty much
Yeah.
stuck there with a freaking wallet. I think that's pretty damn genius.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cover the hex chart, bro, and then you can go into that thing we're talking about as far as fucking those liquidity walls that we had mentioned.
Oh, yes.
But first, of course, man, let's not keep the chat board with nothing but technical analysis, bro. I mean, this shit gives me a hard on because I see freaking dollar bills going up. Know what I'm saying, dude? But I know we got a lot of frag heads here in the freaking crypto space, and I know you're a big time fucking gym guy, freaking Agent J. So I've got a friendly fucking gym fragrance today, and believe it or not, it's another fucking house where they make fucking cards, and this is Jaguar Pace. This shit is fucking good for the gym, man, and it's mostly where I end up using it.
Boogie.
Yeah.
Is that an Aston Martin fragrance, bro?
No, this is fucking Jaguar Pace, dog.
Because when I think Jaguar, I think of the car.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Jaguar Pace, homie. Dude, I'm gonna give you one of these, bro. Next time I see you in Vegas, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right, for sure, bro. I could use it in the gym, man.
And they're discontinued, believe it or not, bro. And you can find it on Mercari or eBay, brand new for about $32, bro. So it's a very affordable fragrance. This shit is good, man. You get a spicy vibe out of it, man. But dude, you get like a fucking soapy thing at the end. So it'll be good to go when you're doing your pull-ups or you're sweating it out pretty hard at the gym. So I mean, nobody really minds it when you smell like soap or shower gel. And this is the vibe you get off this shit.
That's good because a lot of people go to the gym, they got like bottles of Axe sprayed on them, and then they're sweating. And I'm like, bro, stop it. Get some help, man.
Dude, I completely forgot what Axe smells like, dude.
It's disgusting, bro.
So again, cats, this is Jaguar Pace. You can get it on Mercari. What do I give this fucking fragrance, bro? For the gym, I think it's an 8 for the gym. It does fade off pretty fast off the clothes and the skin, but then again, that's why I selected this for a gym fragrance. Know what I'm saying? So food for thought, monkeys. If you want to fucking smell good while you're working out or getting punched in the face or doing MMA, this is a great way to do it, dog. At least fucking get knocked out smelling great.
I'm dead, bro.
All right, monkeys, let's go over to the hex chart, bro. Now, I was telling my homie here, Agent J, bro, that I was trying to rock the Uniswap chart on Hex, but it has not been updating. So I went back to my fucking doggone TradingView chart. And it's only been as of recent that the Hex chart on Uniswap has not been updating. I wonder why, man. I wonder why. So the current value of eHex is exactly at a penny and 2% of a penny. We did get a Giga Chad candle yesterday, and I measured this up, and I'm talking about this giant ass candle that we had. We got about a 40% pump in one day, and that was on February the 29th, which was yesterday. And what I'm seeing now currently is a new candle that's printing. It's looking a little bit like a hammer, but it's relatively new, man, because that is on UTC time, Central Standard Time. We're about 9 p.m. So it's only been about 2 or 3 hours that this freaking candle's been live, man. Areas that Hex does need to compromise, man. We do need to beat this immediate area here of about 1 penny and 3/10 of a penny, but then we would have to compromise this area here topside about 1 penny and 33 cents of a penny, bro. And we have fucking battle after battle after battle, man, going to the top side. Now, all these white lines represent older price action. Let me see if I can get this sucker on the weekly, bro. I don't know if it'll look pretty as the way I had it on my Uniswap chart, but let's give it a go, man. Let me see if I can turn off all this fucking shit.
There you go.
That's a lot cleaner. So make sure the sucker's on log, son. Logarithmic. There you go. Is that log? That is log, right? Let me turn. Yeah,
yes, sir, that is
log
log.
right there,
Yep.
son. So
Yeah,
the
bro.
battles we do have, man, on the weekly are these immediate areas here, these immediate areas here. Now, I would be drawing them up for you cats, but then all these lines are going to pop up again. And then the top area we do need to beat in the immediate time frame would be at about 8 cents, give or take. Now, my homie here, Jay, has got some data as to what's going on with Uniswap and some of the paywalls that are up. You want to show us that shit, Jay?
Yeah, for sure, bro. So I shared this with the gang during the emergency stream a few days ago. And so I encourage people to get familiar with uniswap.info, especially when you're learning about liquidity pools, because it is a very, very, very valuable tool, right? So if you go and
pay close attention, cats. He's gonna break it down Barney style for you guys, so even the newbies can understand this shit. He's gonna give you some good fucking data, bro. Keep your eyes open for what he's about to cover.
yeah. So if you go to the website info.uniswap.org, right? You go to the search tab right here, you look for hex. So here's ehex. If you click on that, right, what that's going to do is it's going to give you a list of pairs that people have provided liquidity for, right? If you see here, you have 8 pages worth of pairs that people have provided liquidity for, and they will rank order those pairs depending on which pool has the most amount of liquidity. So you can see here, this is a hex USDC pair with about $7.79 million worth of liquidity locked inside, right? So if you click on this one, you'll see this bar chart pop up. But what you're really interested in looking at is this section here called liquidity. Now, for those of you who are familiar with our friends over at Bank X, you know that they have set up sell walls for eHex. So it's a good and bad thing, right? Because the good thing is they didn't just market dump the price into oblivion. The bad thing is now that the community, in order to get past a certain price range, has to be able to absorb all of the eHex that they provided for this particular pool. So if you can see here, everything to the left of this section, if you notice, right, you see the info that they gave us. You have hex price and you have hex locked. And if you notice, as I move further and further to the left, the hex price in USDC terms, the valuation keeps going up, right? 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.9, all the way up into 3 cents around here, right? So as we go further and further to the left, you can see that the valuation of eHex in USDC terms is going up. Now, why is that important? Because every single one of these bars that you see here, you see the section that says hex locked. This is the amount of hex locked in this pool at that certain price. So you notice here at 1.24 cents, you have 3.36 million eHex locked in that position. And every single one of these bars represents 3.38, 3.36 million hex. All the way up to here, when the price goes to 2.9 cents, you have 6.25 million eHex locked at every single one of these positions. And what that means is, as the price of hex gets bought up and the price in USD terms goes up, the hex that are locked in these positions are going to be sold into USDC. So this is what they mean by liquidity walls. Bank X has spread the eHex liquidity across this price range. And so
basically, if it meets those price ranges, it'll dump on your head, basically what you're saying.
Yeah, but not in the traditional sense that people think when they think dump, right? When people think dump, they think market dump. But what Bank X has done is they have injected liquidity into this pool, right? We call that a single-sided V3 liquidity pool, right? And so as the price gets bought up, that pool will sell their hex into the people who want to buy hex, and they will get USDC in return. That's not a regular market order or a market buy or a market sell, right? Because they are providing liquidity, it's not going to affect price the way it would if they just dumped the entire bag into this pool, right? If they just dumped the entire bag into the market. So it's a good and bad thing. Good thing because they're not going to hurt the price of eHex. Bad thing because now we know that we have to absorb millions and millions and millions of eHex before we can get past this price here of 3 cents.
So that's the
So
battle.
I hope that
we're
makes
currently
sense.
at the 3 cents, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you see the last bar here, the last massive bar is at 3.02 cents. That's the biggest bar. All right,
Yeah, but
before there's
once we
nothing
beat
left.
that, we should be solid, homie. You know what I'm saying?
That's the assumption. That is the assumption. However, we don't know if Bank X still holds on to a larger amount of hex. We don't know if they provided all of their e-hex that they received from the Godwill into that pool. They could still be holding on to a pretty large purse.
So
Yet to be determined.
What did fucking? I mean, you probably don't know this, but I mean, maybe you do. What did the Godwell receive in return, bro? A stable coin? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you want to sack for a stable coin?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what the
dude, and it's
sacrifice
supposed to
is
be
for,
backed
bro.
by silver, bro. That's some boomer shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, bro, it's like I don't even know what the fucking value proposition of Bank X is, bro. So who knows, man? Only God knows. Are they releasing any projects? I haven't heard anything. Because I guarantee you right now, if they actually put out a good product, they put those funds to good use, the community would have gotten wind. Would have gotten wind of it. And everybody would have been blasting it on their social medias. There's no such thing. None of that's happened.
Yeah, I concur, man. I concur, bro. That's some good shit that we covered right there. So make sure you cats come revisit that video, man, and recover those areas, or not recover, but revisit those areas that Agent Jay's talking about, because those will be areas where hex will likely freaking dip a little bit, and that'll be some buying opportunities as we travel in an upward fashion. I'm saying there's still time to buy some e-hex, food for thought, and it's still at a great value, if anything. You know what I'm saying? For a long-term hold. Know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So speaking about the pulse chain ecosystem, or talking about hex, I'm going to move on to the loan token, and then we're going to finish it off when Agent J covers pulse chain. Now, we did have Brown that says, bring on the shit coins. Well, we didn't have a lot of shit coins today. This is the closest thing to it, and I really wouldn't call it a shit coin, but this is a secondary project, kind of like Hedron, and that is the loan token. Now, loan, the reason I'm covering loan for you cats, and the reason I'm showing you the loan token, because I'm trying to find us freaking prices or coins that are still at a great value. And then in turn, you could end up freaking using them to ratio trade into the products that you really want, kind of like the RH products. Not to say that loan's not a good project, but the main focus should be our RH tokens, not financial advice. Current value of loan is at about 5 zeros and a 9578. I didn't really drop 20-day cycles on this because I wasn't picking up 20-day cycles on this bad boy. It may be that this is one of those tokens that doesn't do that. But the area that we do need to compromise is this first area of the fib retracement, which is at about 4 zeros and a 1196. If we were to throw in about $100 right now into loan, let's go check that out. How much would we get? Let me go ahead and freaking type this sucker in here. You're talking about, what's that? 10,440,593, which is not a bad deal. And we're not at the all-time low, and I'm not talking launch price, which was 5 zeros and a 6953. Yeah. But nevertheless, we're pretty damn close to there, and you would not want to freaking miss out on this opportunity. Yeah. Loan does seem like it's one of those protocols where you can borrow on your hex and stuff like that. So I do think it's a good project. Now, the all-time high on loan, and I'm not counting.
Boogie.
Yeah.
So for loan and liquid loans, you borrow against your pulse chain.
Yeah. Is that what I said?
You said hex.
Oh, my bad. My bad, homie.
No worries.
So, yeah, so you can borrow against your pulse chain. So the all-time high for loan, you're talking about an area of about 4 zeros and a 3043. Now, if we activate our indicators and look at the MACD, we're probably bearish, if anything. And you could see, we throw it up on the daily, we are bouncing off the blue line, but it does seem like it does want to turn around. I'm sure you can see that. Let me see if I can freaking come in a little bit closer. And that's what I'm noticing. We're trending slightly above the blue line. So it's still at a good buying opportunity compared to the rest of the other Richard Hart token. Not the Richard Hart tokens, but the freaking the pulse chain tokens that are out there on the market. Fame hasn't retraced back to that level of about 27 cents, which was the lowest that I managed to get it for. But this does seem like a good area to get some loan if you guys haven't gotten any. And again, as stated, you can end up swapping out these tokens for some of your RH coins, if anything.
Yeah. And it's at a good price, bro. Like, you see that wick down there? That was the previous swing low, and it found support there. So if you're bullish on this project, that's not a bad place to pick up some loan, right? If you're a little bit more conservative, maybe wait for an uptrend, some higher lows and higher highs to form before you inject more capital in it. But this isn't necessarily a bad place to go because we are very close to the bottom. So
yeah, man. So for you cats that are FOMOing right now, and you really want to ape into the market, but everything is too freaking high to go ahead and buy, this may be one of the options to go ahead and get. And if you don't want to hold this project, again, being redundant, you could flip it for some of the freaking RH tokens later on once it starts rallying. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not much data other than that on freaking loan.
Yeah.
Agent J here is going to cover a little bit of Pulse Chain.
Let's do it. Let me go ahead and bring up my chart real quick. Should be on deck screener. Here we go. Let me know if you can see that, Boogie.
I got it clear. Let me bring it up.
Wonderful. Okay. So, what I really like, here's one of the things that I really love about the Pulse Chain chart, man. I mentioned this to the team when it first released, right? We had the first few months worth of data. I told everybody, guys, is it a coincidence that Richard Hart released Pulse Chain right at the end of Bitcoin's 60-day cycle? Because I didn't think it was, because it seemed like Pulse Chain was following Bitcoin and Ethereum lockstep when it came to the 60-day cycles, right? I don't know if that's going to be the truth in the future, but so far, that's exactly been the case, right? Give or take a few days, like Pulse Chain right now is matching Bitcoin's 60-day cycle, also on day 39, high here on day 37. And looks like, because we have a right translated cycle, still looking for new highs.
So you're looking
right?
at it in an aspect kind of like the way Ethereum's running, the way Bitcoin's running with 60-day cycles.
Yeah, bro. It has made it really easy to enter and exit positions for Pulse Chain, because when something follows a pretty consistent 60-day cycle pattern, it makes your life as a swing trader a lot easier.
Yeah.
Right. And also another thing about Pulse Chain is it follows a beautiful Elliott wave pattern. Right. You had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, consolidation down here, and then you have another impulse here heading to your wave 3. Right. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4 looks like it's in, and a 5 waiting to come in. I mentioned this in the emergency stream, right? But the chance that Pulse Chain is going to have a truncated wave 5 is now out of the window, right? Because we took this swing high over here. And so I'm expecting we have a little bit more further to go in terms of room to the upside, because we're only on day 39 of the cycle, right? So if we go all the way up until day 50, we have until about what? The second week of March to keep looking for a new high. So my targets for Pulse Chain are as follows. If you take your fib extension tool, wave 1, 3, bottom of your wave 4, very common extensions for a wave 5 is the 0.618 level. Not surprising that we're getting rejected there. And the 0.786. So my minimum target for this wave 5 is this area here of 4 zeros and a 1-8.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Can we go higher? The answer is absolutely. The thing about Elliott Wave is it's a trend-based tool, right? And it follows very predictable patterns. Your wave 5 has a tendency to fall in between the magnitude gain of your wave 1 and your wave 3. So if your wave 1 is about a 45% gain, your wave 3 is about a 200% gain. So that's a 3x. Then if we make the assumption that your wave 3 is your most bullish impulse, and it usually is, then your wave 5 is going to fall somewhere in between the percent gain of your wave 1 and your wave 3. And so if we make the assumption that wave 3 is your most bullish, if we pull our price tool up, a 200% gain from the bottom of your wave 4 places us just right at all-time highs.
Yeah.
So is it possible that this wave 5 can break new all-time highs for Pulse Chain?
It
Absolutely.
can. I mean, it's at 202. Wave 2 to 3 is 207, so it's slightly under. It meets the elements.
Right, slightly under. Right. So is it possible to get new all-time highs before we get into the halving? Absolutely. But that'll depend on what the OA does and how Bitcoin and Ethereum acts. But it might not even matter, because we know that what the last time this happened, right? The last time we saw a significant amount of funds being moved by the OA into the ecosystem, Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest of the market had already started to lose steam. And then Pulse Chain took over. That might happen again. So who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. I think the same thing happened with Hex, bro. When Hex pumped to its all-time highs, bro, Bitcoin was starting to lose a little bit of steam, bro. At least that's what I hear from the OG Hexicans. It seemed like the market was going down while Hex was pumping up at a massive rate. And it would not surprise me we do the same thing, bro, as Bitcoin starts pulling back into that fourth portion of the Elliott wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So I'm
Talking
excited,
some
man.
nerd
I
shit
think it
right here,
has a
son.
lot more room to go. Yep.
Hey, nerd shit makes you money, dog. That's where it's at.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
if this didn't help me make money, I would not be fucking doing it.
yeah, I concur with you. I definitely. Some guys at work look at my shit like, "What the fuck do you have on there, man? What's all these fucking squares and triangles?" I'm like, "Homie, it means money. Don't worry about it. It means money, bro." And we got Twinkie saying this year, hopefully my channel grows to a point where gear companies ask me to check their stuff out on stream. Hey, man, that would be fucking gangster, bro. I mean,
hey, Twinkie. So Boogie tells me that you're the one who brought his attention to Alex Hormozi. I guarantee you, bro. Remember when he talks about the riches are in the niches? You could certainly have a very cool niche within the crypto space, bro. Doing fundamental analysis and instrumental reviews, right? Gear reviews. I don't think anybody's doing that. Do you know anybody doing that in the crypto space, Boogie? Combining fundamental analysis with music? Nope. I don't think so. There's a niche right there, bro.
Mm-hmm. Not those two mixtures. I think I was telling Twink. Well, I was gonna joke with Twink. I was telling bro, you know, it'd be a perfect picture. We put you in a Kid Icarus outfit.
Oh my god.
I'm messing with you, Twinksters, dude. But dude, I've heard Twinksters rock out, bro. That cat can freaking really jam on the guitar, dude.
Yeah, he can. Yes, he can.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cats. Where can they find you at, Agent J?
Bro, you can find me at the DGen Roundtable YouTube channel. There you will find all of our links to our Telegram channel, where Boogie's in there too, providing us some alpha whenever he decides to pop in every once in a while. So if you want to be part of a community that's full of guys and gals of all different levels, if you want to share some knowledge, wisdom, bounce ideas off of each other, go in and hop into Telegram, give our YouTube channel a look-see, and see if you like what we have to say. And if you don't, well, that's fine too. But I guarantee you're going to like what you see. So, yeah, you can find us on the DGen Roundtable YouTube channel. We are live every single Wednesday, every single Sunday. And, I mean, it seems like over the past few months, we've been streaming like 3, 4, 5 times a week. So you might just catch us on more than just the Wednesday or Sunday streams. Me personally, you can find me on X at _P90Hex and on Instagram at agent_J Schroth. So, yeah, man, thanks for having me on, Boogie. This was a lot of fun, as always.
Yeah, man. We got to do this shit a little bit more, man. Now, question, bro. I have to ask you that. Why P90Hex, bro? You used to be a P90X guy back in the day?
Yes, sir. Tony Horn was my very first mentor. He was the one that helped me get from really, 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 really fucking fat and obese to being able to crank out 20-plus pull-ups, multiple sets. So, love that guy.
Well, I think that's a Beachbody product, man. If anything, the P90X thing, dude. Yep. I've participated in Insanity. Oh my gosh, bro!
Love Insanity, bro.
Fucking wild, dog. That shit.
Shanti's
is wild,
my favorite gay guy, bro.
Is that cat still making? Is that cat still making fitness videos, bro?
Yeah, bro. He just competed in his. I think a few months back he competed in his first bodybuilding show. Okay. So he's getting into bodybuilding now, but yeah, he's still making products, bro. That guy's like must be pushing like 50 something. He is absolutely like he's in good shape. I mean, gay guys stay in good shape regardless, bro. You know how it is.
No, I don't know how that is.
I mean, bro, gay guys always stay in shape, bro. They always stay in shape, man. Yeah, unless you're a lefty gay guy, then you're you're fat and out of shape.
Yeah, dude, I ran his Insanity course, bro. Damn, son. I mean, if you want to get your cardio up, bro, that's a good way of doing it. I was telling Agent J that prior to the stream, man, I went for a freaking little run, bro, and I was like, oh, my fucking knee, oh, my fucking ankle, dude. fucking Insanity, bro, is a great replacement, bro, for running and shit like that. If you want to get your cardio up, shit is insane, dog.
Yep.
Shit is insane. I remember I was running that shit, man, dude. My heartbeats per minute would be about 160, 165, 172, bro. When I was running that shit, man. That's some good stuff.
Moonpilled says he also did Insanity. Bro, if you like Insanity, check out Asylum. If you think Insanity was hard.
Ran by the same cat. He's the same dude running
Shanti,
it.
Yeah, Shanti. Yeah.
I gotta check out Asylum, man. See what that shit's about, man. Maybe
bro,
get my
that
up.
thing. Yeah, it's if Insanity cranked it up to 10, Asylum cranks it up to like 1,000.
Damn, dude. Now the badass thing. I know we're extending the stream a little bit longer, but the badass thing about Insanity, dude, the only really thing you need is a towel, bro, or a mat.
That's it.
Or
everything's body weight.
Yeah, dude, that's it. That's all you fucking need. You don't need extra weights. I know in P90X you needed a pull-up bar or like a fucking some doggone rubber bands and shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
But
dumbbells.
Insanity, that's all you require, dude, for fucking endurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, cats. Make sure you guys like the video, share this video, follow me on Twitter. US Crypto Boogie is my fucking data on YouTube. US Crypto _ Boogie is my data on Twitter, and then Crypto _ Boogie. That's where I'm at on Instagram. So make sure you cats give me a follow. This coming Sunday, I will be having another tacos and freaking kimchi stream with my amigo Twinkie. So make sure you guys.
Twinkie.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire, man. We got some data we want to drop on you cats. So I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.